up, everyone? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Viral Vinny Plays. Today, fun little behind-the-scenes story. On Twitter, I said it was going to be Virtua Fighter because I am recording the June episode this Saturday. I need to play the Virtua Fighter. I forgot to download it. So I was like, okay, I'll switch stuff around. I'll play Fortnite today, and then I will play Virtua Fighter on Friday. Fortnite updated because I mostly play on my Switch for Fortnite. So it was gonna be ready for today. Luckily, I still had this installed. We're still playing this, so yeah, you get another free episode of Star Wars. So yeah, not really more to say. But yeah, it's today's been a cray of a day. But we're back, we're here, we're streaming, we're doing all the fun stuff. I don't
Great work, team.
really remember how to play this game, so
Welcome home, Vanguard. No time for celebration, I'm afraid. We have a visitor and a mission. I think you'll be interested.
okay. So if I recall last time, this like froze, and that's why we didn't do it. I'm trying to like get the right angle and so I'm centered. But yeah, how is chat doing? I might have to reclose it because it's acting up. But Sarah Lou in chat, how are you doing? Yeah, we did. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna reclose chat and then open it up again. But yeah, so anyone in Sarah Lou, how was your morning hottie? Oh, inspect. Wait, is that R2? Is that the real one? Nah, that one's kind of crimson. He's not like blue, aqua blue, so he's a fucking runt. Get out of here. Gunny and Kyo.
The Empire won't push into our territory again anytime soon.
Thanks to our new pilot.
Yeah, and thanks to the rest of us. This isn't a race, all right? We're a team.
You're right, Gunny. But still, nice flying out there.
Speaking of fancy flying,
There is nothing better than a nice fucking buttered muff. I love when my muffs are buttered.
Oh, sure. I caught the whole thing on the HoloNet.
Yeah, me too. I watched the entire thing, but for the life of me, I can't.
Oh, it's a
recall
Sarah
the
Lou.
one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it was one of
What do you think?
Well,
Blah 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 blah,
let's
blah
get it.
space stuff. Well, the good and the bad news is, well, no, I don't know if it's really bad. Inspect, yeah, just let me go to space. I don't give it. Whoa! Dude, I got nice arms. Cool. Should have played this with a VR headset. What evs, Kevs? Look at cool.
So where is it now?
I helped Talus Group chase it away from a medical.
Oh, yo, it's Wedge. I know that dude.
Tavern.
I mean, I don't
It's
know
been in
him,
the
but I've
upper
heard of him.
atmosphere with no hyperdrive, and too many fighters for Talus Group to handle alone.
This might work out for both of us. Come, meet our visitor.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through. I have a star destroyer
I'm all over the place.
that Vanguard might be able to help me solve.
I took a week off.
We
Why
need
do you
a
think
star
I would get
destroyer
better in
for
that time?
Project
It is what it is, man.
Intact. Now we prove what Vanguard's made of.
Sarah Lou, this would be very cool in VR Fusu.
As you may have overheard, Talus Group has cornered the Imperial Star Destroyer Victorum above
Okay.
the planet Yavin. They're in tough, but it's presented a great opportunity for us to jump in and not only disable that Star Destroyer, but to seize control.
Shit,
So
son!
first, we need to give ourselves some cover by knocking out the turrets. Naturally, if we can also take out the targeting system, that'll buy us even more time. Next, we need to prepare the Star Destroyer for boarding. You'll need to find a potential breach point in the Victorum's hull, preferably near the bridge.
Anyway, yeah, because it's all boring space stuff. I am 100% for now caught up on because like I let the streams fall to the wayside for a bit.
Once the skies are clear,
all the streams are all cut up. They're all uploaded, all rendering. I just had to do one final one this morning. Some point tomorrow or in the next few days, I'll start rolling them out again. But we're all caught up, which is awesome. Anyone who follows me on Twitter, I'm very proud of one specific joke. I might clip it out, or I don't know, put time codes.
Let's hope it is.
But yeah, just spent all morning. Lyndon and Ardo.
A Star Destroyer? Aren't you tossing him in the deep end a little early, Lyndon?
Vanguard can handle it, can't you? Besides, Project Starhawk needs that Star Destroyer for, well,
so like,
you know.
The fuck's a hawk?
Wedge made a name for himself at the
like this is Star Wars. He's just kind of why is it called a hawk? What's a hawk, man?
You'll be fighting on the rebellion's old turf. So if
Sarah Lou, yay, good job, my love.
You'd be smart to listen.
Yeah, again, I've had it done for a while. The super short is I have this nasty habit of uploading a file, or rendering,
get out there as soon as
uploading, and then once it's uploaded, okay, cool, I don't need this file, it's taking my space, deleting it, and then I go to do the tags and just make sure everything's running, everything's okay, and it's like, oh, I uploaded the wrong one, the ending's cut off, stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, I deleted the original file because I thought this was done, so now I have to do this all over again. So I had to remake a few videos from scratch. Honestly, I think they turned out better because I had a second crack at them. I'm like, okay, cool, I can't even remember what worked, what didn't.
General Sedula keeps us busy.
Yes, skip.
Your commander and I turning to the look.
There we go. Like, I get immersion, but it just give me a fucking menu. I don't.
The commander wants you in an X-wing for this mission. Got you outfitted with. I'll get it ready.
What? Inspect. Prepare for launch. Oh, launch mission.
What you looking for?
Fortunately, I did not get time to work out. Just I've been kind of lazy, kind of chubby. I don't think I've ever mentioned on stream. I'm trying to do better with all this stuff. It's just been a process.
Yeah, in Prime. This place always brings back memories. Let's hope for some of that Skywalker luck today. All right, ready, Vanguard? We're heading for the heart of the action.
Vanguard, follow his
Yeah, I'm trying to eat better, trying to do that other stuff. Miss Sarah Lou and I got a one of those food box subscription things, and like it's really, at least in terms of like lunches and stuff, it's really been helping because when I got it like 4 or 5 years ago, like it was okay. My only complaint was that it only had enough ingredients for just the meal, and that's it. Like, it filled you, but you weren't, there weren't leftovers, or like, this was like, oh, like, this is what I was like, oh, my body has nutrients, my body will not survive, I have the proper protein my body needs, and nothing more, and like, and like, I'm a little piggy, man, I just like eating, so, I remember being disappointed with the original exercises.
Push the Imperials back. You'll get right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's been a while.
Star Destroyer just launched a new swarm with TIE interceptors. Stay sharp.
Ion weapons. Ion weapons deal minimal damage hull, but are ideal for squad tactics. Use them to disable enemy starfighters, leaving them adrift. Easily targets for your wingmates. Ion weapons are the perfect tool for stripping enemy shields or disabling subsystem of flagships. But yeah, so the original goal for this week was, like, again, I'm trying to eat healthier, do this other stuff, and I was like, the thing is, like, even though I have a physically demanding job, you know, I still, when I get home, I do kind of take it easy and relax and whatever. And eat potato. Which there's nothing wrong with, but I'm trying to be better about that stuff. Oh, gee. So I was like, okay, this week I'm going to start going on walks more, or do this or that before stream. And, you know, on my days off, I'm gonna exercise, whatever. And then yesterday, I got called into work, and then today I was running late for stream because I was editing.
That's it.
So far, 2 out of 5 days. Not the best track record, but hey, it is what it is.
Wedge, we've taken heavy losses.
I don't know. I feel I think that's, you know, that's what they say is that.
Roger that, Talus Leader. And don't worry about the Imperials. We'll keep them busy.
You're really gonna steal that Star Destroyer?
Yeah, we are.
That's the plan. Okay, Vanguard, on me. Let's head for the Victorum.
Well, yeah, I think that's the main thing they always say with what was it?
Focus your shields before they
What was
open
the
fire
word?
on us.
This one YouTuber. Shield control. You can focus your shields toward the front or your back to maximize protection on one side while leaving the other exposed. You can balance your shield equally to protect them from your ship. Oh, hold up. Hold square to open the shield focus section. Square to the front.
Knock out its targeting system.
Let's do it.
Putting power to forward shields.
What is his name? CCP Gray or something?
Damage, and this thing still has teeth.
And he was actually something like something he was kind of talking about.
Victorum go up in flames, but stealing it. I like that even better.
He was talking about how, you know, I think people's biggest issue with resolution. Oh, okay, well, no, that did not go well. Yeah, so he was talking about resolutions. He was saying, I think the biggest issue a lot of people do is they go in, you're saying like, oh, this year I'm gonna lose 30 pounds, I'm gonna do this and this, and like you get to January, you know, February and March, and they, you know, people, you're not where you want to be or whatever, and you know, sorry. He was saying how, you know, so a better way to be, you know, to go about these kind of New Year's resolutions and stuff is to not necessarily have a specific goal in mind and then say like, oh, I'm going to learn 30, you know, I'm going to drop 30 pounds, or I'm going to, how do I stand? Or how, you know, it's really hard to have a conversation in the middle of a fucking war. Sarah Lou, talk louder or turn the game down. I could have swore? Now, hold up. Yeah, no. Oh, what the fuck? Why did it do that? That's so, that could be on me. See, I dropped the master to 40, which I thought would drop everything, but I guess not. Cool. Thank you for that, Miss Sarah Lou. Who? How do you do? Yes, distraction. So yes, he was talking about New Year's resolutions and how a lot of people struggle and fail and do this other stuff. It seems very quiet now. Anyway, he was talking about how you know, a lot of people fail resolutions because they get halfway through the year and they're not where they want to be, or this or that, or blah 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 blah. And how a good mentality to have is, say this is going to be the year of blank, or you know, instead of just blanket saying like I'm going to lose 40 pounds by the end of the year, and then you know you get to the end of the year and you've only lost 20 or something, and you feel like a failure. He's like, yeah, just focus on like, you know, this is the year that I get healthier, or this is the year that I write more, or I you know, do more reading, or like, instead of going like, hey, I'm gonna read 50 books by the end of the year, or like I'm gonna read a book every single week of the year, just go like, I'm going to read more. And those are a lot more achievable, a lot more attainable, and you don't get as discouraged if, you know, let's say you know, it's a family accident or something happens, and you know, for June, you spend a month dealing with that, and then you have to destroy the breach point. I'm gonna professionalism. It's the best. Okay, I'm gonna drop this just. Let's do a 50. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go 60. Sarah Lou in chat, you can tell me what is up. Because like it seems like it's like we went from screaming loud to radio silent. Okay, that's better. Yeah. So that's my whole thing with the whole exercise thing is, I don't know, on a certain level it could be perceived as lazy and whatnot, but like I think that's my goal for this year. Is just again just a nebulous. Oh, okay. Well, that. I thought I could slam into the door. It didn't work. Like again, yeah, like yes, it sucks. I'm not working out yesterday or today. I have tomorrow. I have the day after that. You know, it might take a few weeks to get into a cycle again to do a good exercise regiment. But the main thing is just to, I guess, get myself into that mindset, more so than like, you know, trying to do a specific thing. Although, like, you know, right into trash chute.
Clear the skies.
Oh, there they are.
Vanguard 5, help them out. These Imperials just keep coming. I'm in a real bind.
Oh man.
That hurts.
And Sarah Lou, my goal is just to be happy. Yeah, again, like, well, I think that's the funniest part is, like, you know, the super short is, I think so many, I understand people are trying to be supportive and loving and whatever, and I'm glad I have those people in my life, but, you know, I do think the whole kind of dad bod thing is kind of like, oh, and my battery's about to die, that's funny. God, don't you just miss this? Weren't you just looking last week going, oh God, what happened?
You're taking me apart. Fine. Where are you?
Aren't you just like, man, what kind of mysteries are we missing?
I'm on it. That's it. All fighters destroyed.
Shields are disabled.
Got him.
Okay, no targets available.
Fighter took a beating though. Great work. U-wings are on their way. We can bring the boarding team in safely.
Yeah, they're kind of like firing at us.
Follow me to the rendezvous. We'll give them cover.
Vanguard, let's go.
Follow Wedge. Wedge and Tilly. Can't you see? It really hurt. I understand it's like the VR thing, but like I feel like I'm just like like. But you gotta lean forward to go faster.
Boarding team, we have you on our sights. Ready to take on a Star Destroyer? Copy, Captain Antilles. Just get us there and we'll do the rest. You heard him, Vanguard. Guide those U-wings into position. Stay sharp. What about the Star Destroyer's crew? If a boarding party takes the bridge...
I don't think I could be like a real pilot, man. This shit's like, this shit makes me, like, especially, like, this is space where you can float and shit. I can't imagine being an air pilot where, like, you just have to go straight, there's no stopping.
We've got an Imperial carrier. They're launching reinforcements.
They're not giving up the Victoria without a fight. Vanguard, take down that cruiser.
By default, your targeting system will only cycle through objectives, but you can change that targeting wheel. For instance, you can set your targeting to the flagship system to focus on subsystems of a deadly starship, or all enemies to target enemies that are not mission critical, such as the TIE fighters up ahead. Hold L2. Select all enemies. Yep. Okay, there we go. Sarah Lou, your body is sexy. I don't know, man. I've always been one of those people that's like, oh man, like, love yourself, be awesome, I support you, I love you, you're valuable, you're perfect just the way you are. And it's like, oh well, you must really feel good about yourself. No, I fucking hate myself.
Let's get it off our tail then.
And again, I've gotten better. There's certain things.
Boarding team here. We've secured the breach point. Now we blast it to pieces. You're good now.
Whoa.
I'm in formation.
And Sarah Lou, who are you trying to lose weight for? What? You want a hotter woman? I have no problem airing my dirty laundry. It's the fact that I bought like 3 pairs of, or I didn't buy it. I'm up to about 4 or 5 pair of jeans that I can't fit in anymore. Because like I've always had the pudge for a while, and I'm like, all right, whatever, it's a little pudge, who cares? But I think the whole not being able to fit into pants. That's definitely not a good feeling. And I have my one friend who, I understand he was being supportive, but I'm like, how dare you, sir? Cause he's like, well, I mean, you are, over 30, and, you've had those pants since, like, you were, like, in your early 20s. I'm like, don't you fucking dare. Don't you go there. I thought you were my friend, and here you are abusing me.
Use your ion missiles against the shields.
Cause yeah, like, some of them, whatever. Some of them have holes, some of them have this and that, but like, it's always been like, whatever, I still fit in them, it's cool, they're fine. Whoa! But the fact that you know, I can't fit into a lot of them. It's like, okay, this is a problem now. This is like, this probably is not stuff, you know, a best way I should be looking at. So like, at least I think, and that's, you know, something I have kind of. Not necessarily struggled with, but, you know, I guess motivation, for lack of a better word, just in terms of like, you know, a lot of people always like, oh, I'm gonna, which is kind of counterproductive to what I said, but, it's like, oh, I'm losing 30 pounds, for my daughter's wedding, or I'm doing this and that. You know, I want to be able to walk my daughter down the aisle, or something like that. But with me, it's always this big kind of, oh, I just want to, you know, lose weight.
Stay down.
It's just like, oh yeah, eat healthy, be better, blah 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 blah, but like, no, there's no specific goal. So I do think, like, at least having that kind of, you know, even if it's small nebulas, like, hey, I want to fit in my pants again, at least that's something. It's like, it's enough motivation to go like, okay, cool. What'd I do? How is there not a fucking frog in this game? It's Star Wars, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Put fucking Slippy in here. How does my missiles, like, my things always run out? The lasers. Like, I understand they don't want you just spamming them, but it really feels like these things don't run. Like the worst part is the fact that, you know, I'm trying to think how to describe it. It's not like they don't fit. It's literally just like, you know, it's one of those like, what is the word? I guess trying to put on the it's not a buckle. What's the plural of a button? It just seems weird to do. Anyway, you know, the button is the area that's acting up, so it's not like, oh, I can't even, like, you know, it's mostly just the size, this blah 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 blah. So I probably only maybe need to lose like 5-10 pounds. Nothing drastic, but like it is nice having that motivation now of, okay, I have an end goal, I have something I need to achieve, compared to before where it's just like, oh, I'll eat healthy, I'll stop eating takeout, I'll stop, you know, I'll stop drinking as many sodas or something like that. At least here it's like, okay, cool, I need to lose this amount of weight. I know what I need to achieve.
Okay. Regroup at my position.
And the frickin' Google Assistant, Sarah Lou, the word is buttons. But what I meant is like the not the button, the loop the button goes in. Sarah Lou, your goal should be to be healthier, not base it on weight. Yeah, and again, like I said, it's not even necessarily like, oh, again, how do I describe it? It's not even necessarily that, you know, words good. Okay. It's not even necessarily the fact like, oh, I'm so fat, I need to lose 5-10 pounds. It's having a kind of set goal does make it feel a little bit more achievable. Because it's one of those things that's going, being healthier is such a nebulous term, because there's always stuff you could do healthier. If I really wanted to be healthier, I would just cut out stuff like coffee and soda and things like that sort, and any fast food, and like that's not what I'm trying to do. I think having that specific goal of, okay, I want to lose these lose these weight so I can put, you know, so the pants are not as cumbersome or as tight as before. That's a lot more achievable, because even if it's like, again, I'm not saying I have to, like, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds by the end of the year. I want to get beach summer body. Like, no, that's fine. Like, it's COVID. Everybody's beach summer body is all wonky. I really wish there was a, there. I like flip right way up button.
That Star Destroyer's taken down its own carrier. What a sight!
Yes, the ship is ours. You actually did it.
But yeah, again, having that actual goal and something to, like, you know, even if it's just like, you know, I start to work out more, and we're getting the food boxes, like I said earlier. Like, even if I start to eat healthier and this other stuff, even if it's not like, oh, well, I've only lost 2 or 3 pounds, having that goal of, okay, the pants are a little tight, but I'm still fitting into them. It's like, okay, cool, I can see that progress. But again, yes, I'm not trying to go in. I'm not going in trying to. I'm not going in trying to set unrealistic expectations. I think it's having that nice balance of. God, I don't care about the breathing.
Not now, Frisk. I'll answer your questions once the Star Destroyer has been delivered safely.
Delivered where? We risked our tails to get that Star Destroyer. And you can't even tell us where we're going?
It's not my call. Besides, I'd be risking a lot of lives if I shared too much too soon.
I know, mixers.
Listen.
I just wish there was a fucking universal function.
Linden, our soldiers on the Star Destroyer Victorum just sent a code yellow.
Now? Damn.
I'm gonna test it just a little bit. I'm gonna push my luck. Audio. Sarah Lou in chat. The beach's gonna get whatever body I give it in all my fat girl glory. Again, this is like the toughest part toward trying to,
The Star Destroyer you captured has unexpectedly fallen out of hyperspace behind enemy lines.
Why is it so quiet now? I don't understand what is going on here.
As quickly as possible, but you need to buy them some time. There's an Imperial fleet advancing toward the Star Destroyer Victorum.
I'm very confused.
I want A-wings. The rest of that, I know. Stop them.
Yeah, well, that's the biggest thing I've always struggled with people is, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you're not that fat, not this other stuff. And like, I think there is a balance between, okay, like, yes, you know, don't fat shame, don't upset people, like, don't be rude to someone and just judge them solely on their body and this and that. But there is a nice balance with, like, we should also be okay with people saying, like, hey, I don't feel right, I want to lose weight, I want to feel better about myself.
Imperial starfighters won't stand a chance
And
in this cockpit.
Okay, so I think that's karma saying I should just shut my mouth.
We have a few options to make your tie hunting.
Oh, what do I?
Big fan of the rapid fire lasers and barrage.
Deals good damage. Yeah,
that'll be fun.
Okay, so we got repair kit, lock-on missile, a mine, or a barrage. Now I'm fine with this. Countermeasures, seeker heads. Drop a cloud behind you. Hull, standard hull. Ooh. Why the frick were we not? Shields. Extremely powerful shield for full generation. No, I like having regenerated shields. Engine. Okay. Launch mission. again, I understand that, yes, I am relatively healthy, but like I said, the main thing is just trying to, what is the word? I guess it's, you know, better self-image and things of that sort.
What happened here? Who cares? Our Star Destroyer's in trouble. Vanguard, good to see you again.
I would like to let the boys down, but I was told not to. The whole thing. It's fine. So no, you can hear dogs barking in the background. They're there. They exist. They're being little boys. Destroy the bomber. It seems okay for me. Let me know how the levels are. Okay, where's the other? Was it because it's so, you know, it's cheesy? Oh no! Whoops, whoopsie doodle, whoopsie doodle. I don't even remember. It was just some generic workout thing. I just remember watching it as a kid. One of those Jenna Craig, blah, 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 blah. I guess, yeah, the main thing for me is just, I guess, I feel like all the excess weight I put on from COVID and quarantine and all that other stuff, it's getting to the point where it's, words. It's kind of restricting my own natural life. And what I mean by that is, you know, my stepdaughter Shaylee, she's super fun and energetic, and like I'm not super out of shape that I can't play with her. But it's one of those things, like, she being a child, she has an infinite ball of energy. She's like, you know, she can just go all day. Meanwhile, me, like, I can only go in like 20-30 minute bursts. Where like I'll play with her, like, and keep up for about, you know, 15-20 minutes. But after a while, I'm like, all right, I gotta sit down. I need a breather. Let me rest for a few minutes, and then we go back and go and be crazy, whatever.
You heard him, Vanguard. Intercept those shuttles.
But it would be nice to,
We should split up to
you
take
know,
them down.
to be able to keep up with her. Squad commands. Target an enemy and press triangle to order your wait to focus on that target is to destroy it, or you give them a new command. If you call for a resupply at any time, the squad will break off their attack to defend you.
Going into formation.
Okay. And then
Hit it.
Sarah Lou, we should do a workout challenge. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean, like a workout challenge? Because if it's one of those things like squats for subscribers, you can go fuck yourself. That's not happening.
May I join you? Shuttles down.
I told you people, we get to 50 followers. Wait, what was it?
We can't let a single
No, 100 followers, a hot tub stream. 50 followers will do a drunk stream. Like, if you're speaking just in terms of like, oh, we're gonna do a stream, you know, like, oh, every subscriber I do a squat or I do like push-ups. No, you can fuck off. That's not happening. I don't like my fans that much. Sarah Lou, I don't even know what squats for subscribers is. Oh, that's a ship. Oh, that's a ship. What was it? I don't know if like squats for subscribers is a specific thing. But I do know there was this one guy. This is totally apple and orange. Oh, well, okay. Well, I know people will do like Steam stuff like that. What is? It was the one guy was like, I think there's like 300 or 400 like collectibles in Zelda Breath of the Wild. So he was doing this thing where for every new subscriber he got, he would go collect one. And basically he did it all in one stream. So the more people subscribed, the longer the stream would go. So like I think he went like 12 hours or something. What? Restart mission. Okay. I don't even know what happened. How do I...
Work fast. Imperial shuttles headed your way.
Hold them off. If even one Imperial shuttle reaches us, we'll be overwhelmed.
Yeah, because I know there was one guy, what was it?
We should split up to take them down.
Sarah Lou, I mean, every day you have to do a specific exercise, and we weigh in at the end of every week and just keep track of inches lost and something like that. That's what I mean. I'm like, I don't like my fans that much. Like, if I get to 1,000 followers, sure. I'm not doing it for 50. I'm sorry, no. Because I think that's what you need on YouTube and Epic, to be a creator, is like 1,000. So maybe for that, not to get partner. that's not worth it. I'm sorry.
On it. You handle the other shuttle.
Sarah Lou, it has nothing to do with Twitch. Look at, like, if I can't monetize it, what the fuck's the point? Sad part is, like, I've had that thought so many times, and, like, I always have to kind of restrain myself sometimes. Because every now and again, I'm like, oh man, this is a lovely moment, we're having a great day, we're out there doing stuff. Like, I can monetize this. God, I keep forgetting you don't have to, like, pull back on the throttle, it just kind of goes forever. Alpha! Alpha Tricks in chat just says 3. Oh god, I'm looking at chat too much. Alpha, what's good in chat? Not bad. I am just we're just talking about how I'm a chunky boy and when we're playing Star Wars. If I was any Star Wars character right now, maybe Porkins. I could definitely do a nice Porkins. But yeah, yeah, there's been plenty of times where, like, I'm always like, ah, man, there's a lovely this and that, or, like, you know, like, we watched Luca recently, and, like, my first thought was just like, oh, how do I monetize this? Wait, out of ammo, what the heck?
The Empire seized the Star Destroyer. We failed.
What is going on here? What is the mission? What am I failing? What is life? Who can relate?
Work fast. Imperial shuttles headed your way.
Sarah Lou in chat, what's up poppin'?
If even one Imperial shuttle reaches us,
I'm just thinking about gangster Mary Poppins.
You heard him, Vanguard. Intercept those shuttles. We should split up to take them down.
Cycle through targets.
Yep. On it. You handle the other shuttle.
Leave it to me.
See it's done right.
Yeah, there we go. I feel like if I actually paid attention, I'd probably just keep this mission real fast. Here's what it is.
You did it! Falls on the shuttle.
I got you.
Sarah Lou, gangster popping. Gangster Mary Poppins is weird as fuck. Yo, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. are freaking arrogance because I see them.
Detecting 2 more Imperial shuttles. They're trying to
What?
flank us. Let me reload.
On the stair.
Nice work. Shoot down those shuttles.
Actually, I haven't even looked at it. I don't think I think I sent you the link. So you're actually gonna be my expert for all this. I was gonna say, what is your thoughts on the new Guardians, Mr. Luke? I sent you the trailer and all that other stuff. I was working and I just I haven't you know, I haven't had time to check all that stuff out, or like re-go back. Like I know, you know.
The Empire seized the Star Destroyer. We failed.
What is going on here? Am I not killing him fast enough? What the frick is the dick? Also, I apologize because we got. Okay, so Twitch is acting up. Give me a second. Because right now it just says the only person in chat is Commander Root. Which Commander Root? Hi, how's it going? Thanks for coming back. I always appreciate seeing your name in chat and all that other stuff. Now there's nobody in chat. Professionalism, it's the best. We're gonna take a dick in our shit. Okay, so it just says there's Commander Root, so I don't know what's going on here. I'm just a simple boy. So whatever, let's just kill the bad guys.
Imperial shuttles headed your way.
Hold them off. If even one Imperial shuttle reaches us, we'll be overwhelmed.
Also, if you sent, I totally sent it, Miss Sarah Lou, or closed it. So if you sent something, you might have to resend it.
To take them down.
Pointing formation.
Sarah Lou, can you see what I said? No, I closed chat, so you might have to resend it. But while she does that, yeah, what was it? Like, I saw most of them. Like, I obviously I saw Microsoft, Nintendo, a bunch of other ones. The only two of note that I didn't see was like the Capcom one and the Square Enix one, and I both told those were like meh. So.
Shuttles down.
Detecting 2 more Imperial shuttles. They're trying to flank us.
Oh, where the heck is it?
Hit it. Good now. Shoot down those shuttles.
Where is it?
On your way, pal.
Yeah, so I have not watched those press conferences. You know, I might, you know.
See that? Shoot it.
That shuttle's getting too close.
Another shuttle group incoming. They have ties in tow.
Okay, so, like I've not watched, you know, Strangers in Paradise and this and that.
Can't let a single shuttle board the Victoria.
I'm being followed.
But I know Miss Sarah Lou is a very big Guardians fan. Very curious to hear her thoughts on the matter.
Only one shuttle left. One shuttle is all they need. Quickly. We have a shuttle right on top of us.
Damn, that's a lot of text.
Fire on that target.
The Empire seized the Star Destroyer. We
Ah! dicks in my ass. I remember this last time. Okay. Sarah Lou. Oh, I like the idea of the Guardians of the Galaxy game. It looks okay. I could enjoy it a lot, but I don't like the fact that the characters don't like to look the same as the real one. See, I'm of two minds of this, and like, because there's a whole like Avengers game, where I'm like, I understand, you know, I understand both sides of it, because, you know, the MCU's the biggest, the MCU's what got these characters to be popular and this other stuff. But by letting it be its own thing, you don't have to really worry about all that other stuff. It can just be its own. It can be its own game. It doesn't have to worry about replicating what the movie did or what the dad did or whatever. But one of my favorite parts about the Avengers game, where they were talking about, you know, we wanted to make base generic versions of the characters, so it's a lot cooler when you get, you know, the Avengers outfit or a comic outfit or this and that. Like, it's a lot more cooler, so it makes you feel like you earned a nice reward. And it's like, okay, well, you set out to make basic generic-ass characters, and everyone called it out for being basic generic-ass characters. So, I mean, you accomplished what you set out to do, I guess? Whoa! A little bump and rump. SK button square enemy. I'm assuming he's saying press the square button.
Another shuttle group incoming. They have ties in tow.
Yeah, I'm sure there's... Shields isn't really the issue, it's the fact that...
Quickly! We have a shuttle right on top of us!
Come on, blow him up, blow him up, blow him up! Yes! I blew him up in front of the door! Sarah Lou, I don't know, I would rather be the real people. I feel like it just feels like a bootleg version of the game. Again, I understand that, but like, the issue for me is like, you know, it's crazy to think, like, we're not gonna have, it's crazy to think about right now, but like, the Marvel movies are not going to last forever. At some point, it could be like 20, it could be 50 years from now. Like, at some point, they're going to remake these movies. They're going to do Iron Man 1 again, and you know, so you just can't really compare, you know, everything to those movies did. Especially because, like, the comics came first. So, like, you know, I understand the obsession, because, I understand why it sucks, because that's just what we've been used to. We've just been trained on that for so long. But at the end of the day, I'm also like trying new things and this and that. Because like I love the PS2 Spider-Man. That's great. I don't like really care. It's like, oh, well, it's not like this or that or blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, it's different. It's not Tom Holland. I like the fact that like the suits are in there as like homage or a reference. Because like, you know, in game it makes no sense for him to have that stuff. Unless, I mean, yeah, no, it makes no sense because it's not Tom Holland. What is it? Because even, yeah, what was, you know... I don't know when they're gonna do it, but, like, at some point someone else is gonna play Wolverine. It's just an inevitability. And, like, that's not something I think anyone's gonna be looking forward to doing, is following Hugh Jackman. But much like Heath Ledger, like, there's gonna be other Jokers. Like, okay, yeah, ignoring Jared Leto, it wasn't like, alright, well, we're done with the Joker. Like, we have, what's his name? Joaquin Phoenix or whatever. He did a good job for that specific role. So that's why I'm not so upset about it not being the specific MCU people. But again, they'll probably do a costume. What the... Game! Ah! It's like half a second off! Zero, fair enough, to each your own. Yeah, like I said, especially because they added, what is it, endgame stuff to the Avengers game, I would not be shocked if they added like a Chris Pratt outfit or this or that, like, you know, an outfit that makes it look closer to the movie, but they still have, you know, the base stuff in the game. I feel like I'm a millisecond off. Where's the other one? Damn it! Yeah. There we go. Alright. Cirque, let's... Again, I have no idea what you're talking about. Is it? It's in here. It's in there. It's under the pear. Oh god, I'm lost in space. What the hell is my life? Who wants to be my wife?
See that? Shoot him.
Where's the other one?
On your way.
Leave it only gets at like 1,000.
You're good now. I'm with you. Another shuttle group incoming.
Sarah Lou, I don't know, man. I want what I want, and Guardian of the Galaxy game where I'm playing the actual Star-Lord, not the Wish version.
I'm here.
I don't know. I don't. Well, because they had like what is it? They had, you know, like a bunch of movie tie-ins early on, and those were just not good. Again, as dope as it would be, there's no way they're going to do that.
One shuttle is all they need.
You know, to get Chris Pratt and all those other people in a movie, that would cost a lot of money. Or sorry, not in a movie, a game.
Shuttle's getting too close.
See that? Shooting.
Oh my god, thank you.
That's the last of those blasted shuttles.
Fuck off with those blasted shuttle ships. Also, did we just kill a bunch of civilians? That wasn't clear. Normally, boarding ships don't have like don't have weaponry. They're just for transportation. So I think we killed a lot of innocent people. But okay, cool.
Y-wing support, they'll lead a bombing run on those carriers. Don't let
It's RK in chat. Thank you. Yes, I'm very happy.
Alright, Y-wings are here. Vanguard, if we lose our bombers, we're done for. Take out those ties.
Squad command, defend. You can order your squad to defend your allies, targeting a friendly ship or structure, and press triangle to issue a defense order. Your wingmates will attempt to protect the target from attacks until you get in another order.
I'm breaking off to intercept the
And I just got coffee in my eye. That's lovely. This is why you don't drink and fly.
Those ties have missiles. I'm with you.
But we're in the middle of the battle. I have no thing. Why is my thing on? Oh, I'm also not flying.
Taking fire.
Fire on that target.
Enemy destroyed. Lost a bomber.
Can you not, please? Just stop.
That's one carrier down.
Great start.
You've got your mark.
Boop. Okay.
excellent. Now back to our Y-wings.
There we go. I don't know why that was so hard.
The second carrier goes up in flames.
Beautiful work, Vanguard.
Oh, there it is.
Hyperdrive is almost ready. Can you buy us just a bit more time?
Don't worry, Vanguard has you covered.
I was like, I'm getting shot, but there's no enemies nearby.
May I
Destroy the remaining Imperial ships.
excellent shot.
John, I just need a lock. Give me one lock. Just a wee lock of your hair, Gordy.
You're in the clear. That's the last of them.
Yeah, thank God.
Timing couldn't be better. We're almost
Oh,
done.
this is so annoying.
Our bombers are out of here. Thanks for the backup.
We're doing our final test, Vanguard. Spread out and keep watch.
Nice moves back there, Keo. You gotta teach the rest of the squadron that drift.
How are we doing? We're good for. We're semi-good for time.
I'll watch 5 figure it out first.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, follow me.
I've been sleeping like shit the last few nights.
I learned this racing in the Koshi Star Circuit.
I'm not even gonna read Cyril's chat because he's being perverse in my chat again. And this is a fucking Christian stream. Learn to drift. What the fuck?
Your engine
Yeah,
powers
the
are
boost.
flat.
Okay.
Yes. Now we're gonna buzz the bridge Roger the Victoria. Be ready to boost.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready to boost. Punch it. When you're ready, turn as hard as you can, then hold the booster to cut your engines.
Okay, so that's...
You'll get it next time, 5.
Ah! Whoa! What is space? Scary! Sarah Lou, Christian my ass. Well, yeah, you're right. I was raised Roman Catholic. That already was a lie.
Boost is ready. Punch it.
Sarah Lou, and I feel bad. You've been sleeping like shit. I'm not comforting anymore. It's not... Okay, you need to stop with your little attitude. It's not a matter of you not being comforted. It's the fact that we've been going later and later the last few days because we've been watching stuff.
Punch it. When you're ready, turn as hard as you can, then hold the booster to cut your engines.
Turn hard and press L to drift. Okay. I don't think I'm ever gonna use this, but cool. Sarah Lou, I get it. I'm being extra. Don't get defensive. You're the one being defensive. Don't come into my chat. Projecting. What are you, a flimsy piece of plastic that the teacher's gonna use because the DVD player broke? Understand, like, I'm an old child. I still grew up in some of the recent age. Why the fuck were we still using that shit in the early 90s? We had TVs, we had the technology. But no, they had to make it a special event when they rolled out the TV. They had to, hey Billy, go grab it. It's in like four classrooms down, off in the corner. We only have one TV for the whole school. We're gonna share. Do I have to sit in it?
Alright, Victorum, we're in position. Where are we headed?
Somewhere classified.
Oh, I was completely upside down that whole time.
Got him. Punching them in now.
Jumping to hyperspace in 3, 2,
2,
1.
Uno.
Punch it.
Also, I haven't talked about this game in a while. It's just getting kind of background noise. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. Hyperdrive shouldn't be failing. I'm giving her all she got! Sarah Lou, can you do a striptease? No, that is 105 followers. Then we will do the striptease. Okay, it goes drunk stream, then bathtub stream, then then the striptease. The bathtub, I can hide stuff. I can. It's certain rewards. Like, honestly, I've thought about doing an OnlyFans as a joke, but, like, I don't know, man. That's a very hard thing to pull off. And I keep saying, like, dude, like, not even from, like, you know, diminutive or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But I mean, the female body is, like, very beautiful. It's very, you know, artistic and looks good. Freaking dude, like, you know, a big old just chunking dude, like, nah, it's not good. Sarah Lou, we can do a couple with only fans. I wouldn't never, but like I do kind of find that stuff interesting. Because actually being on Crit and the whole Amaranth stuff going on. How do I change? Oh wow, we're in this fat space here. Also, why are my oh, okay, something's going on. God. I'll get back to Simp in a second. Apparently, I have to fly upside down. God damn, where are the people? No, yes, I would never personally do it, but I'm kind of like slightly interested in like, because I got this with the whole Amaranth thing is, I have no problem with that. Like I'm all in support of not body positivity, like sex, owning sexualness and things of that sort and whatever, and if someone wants to make a living just being a freaking porn star, being a chat person or whatever, that's fine. Who cares? It's fine. They're offering a service. It's fine. I really don't care. I'm not one of those people like, ooh, think about the children. The only thing for me, go with that whole Amaranth stuff is people who are like, oh, think of the children. I don't want children watching this. I'm like, I don't care if I'm fine with it existing. Just don't put it on Twitch. There are sites like again, the only one I used to frequent as a child was like Chatterbait and stuff like that. But yeah, again, the point is, there's still these sites exist. These sites are they're out there, so it's not impossible to make a living doing that. I just don't like it being on Twitch specifically, because again, I would consider Twitch to be kind of gaming and nerd focused, D&D stuff and craft and things of that sort. And having adult content on that, it's not a matter of like, oh, it's inappropriate. It doesn't tonally fit. Like, I'm sure there's probably lots of sports commentators or things of that sort on Twitch. Seriously? Hold on. Okay, so wait, destroy Imperial Raider. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, so like I would personally never do. Like I actually did think about that. Like, what was it? In my younger years, because I was like, oh whatever, fuck it, who cares? But like, I don't think it's one of those things. Like, I just don't think I have the, I guess, courage, for lack of a better word. It's like, I'm fine someone going like, oh hey, I saw your video, I saw your stream, I saw that review you did the other day, that was good. It just seems really weird for me, for like, to have coworkers or friends or everything. It's like, oh, I saw your sex video the other day. Like, I'd be like, don't watch that, please. Like, I think you have, like, there were some couples and some people on the service who were like, who did wear masks and did different stuff like that. There was ones that they specifically, they were like, they wouldn't do the neck up, you could only ever see their chest or stuff, or like their hands are at the keyboard. But there were others who were just like, nope, here's my name. I mean, again, what they said was their name. They might be using a fake name or something, whatever. But here's my name, here's my face. like do stuff like I live in Colorado or I live in Vancouver, things of that, this and that. It's like, oh, okay, like like it just kind of made it like kind of real in a weird way. Because I do remember like watching someone like this streamer and they were in Toronto and my little brain was like, they're like 2 hours away from me. Like, I've gone to Toronto a few times and I'm just like, huh, I wonder if I've ever walked by a person and they're like, oh, that person just does adult content. And it's like, okay, like, I think I think people like Mia Khalifa and others have shown that you can have a life and you can have a career doing that stuff, and like it isn't just like black mark on your entire life, or it's just like, no, this is what I'm defined by and this is what like you can use it to branch off and do this other stuff. But I think you have to have like a lot of confidence and self-assuredness to want to go into that for industry for like, you know, for long term, like something that you want to make a career. And that's why I have such respect for people who do decide to do it long term. Again, this is like very for people, like there. If you look at the different people, some people are just like, here's a cam, here's my badge, just, you know, whatever, go. Some people, they get the wheel, they get the set, they get all the different props, the equipment, all the other stuff, like, they put, and they're like, I want to make this the best adult content I can be, but like, they're trying to put that passion and stuff into it, which I really do admire, compared to others who's just like, you know, they're in their bedroom, and it's like, look, here's a boo, there you go, there, it's like, I could never do it. I think you know, on a certain level I want to, but like I'm never ever. That's not an open invitation to say like, oh, maybe one. No, it's not happening ever. But I do kind of enjoy the idea of one day, you know, of living that lifestyle. Just that off, you know, cloud thing. Sarah Lou, yeah, I can never do sex work. It ain't for me, but if that's what you want to do, I support you. Exactly. Like the main thing, like I always find interesting, you know, when people talk about sex work and all this other stuff, is like, I know this sounds this is such a weird concept, but like,
it feels like a lifetime since Foster, doesn't it?
Like I want there to be like a hookers union, which I know sounds weird. But it's just like I want it to be kind of regulated, and like there's a lot of stuff. Like I know some people have complained that since marijuana in Canada has become legal, there's a lot more like kind of loopholes. The product's not as good, this and that, blah 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 blah. But I love that we have that system there. Like, okay, cool. If you want to be a farmer, you can grow this stuff. You can make a lifestyle out of this. That you don't have to necessarily do these backdoor channels and this and other stuff and put yourself into risk of something going wrong or something, or you being hurt or this other stuff. Like, I am totally fine with like, you know,
your empire needs you, pilot.
What's the word? Like having love hotels in Canada and having love hotels like in more Western places. Just going like, yeah, there's hey, here's a love hotel. The girl will sleep with you for an hour or whatever. Like, you know, yeah, my brain is just like a cacophony of, yeah, we're the bad guys, who cares? Okay, we're just blowing up the spies. It's just a cacophony of references and speak with and I remember watching years ago Penn and Teller's Bullshit, which is a series they just talk different topics. It's basically like Last Week Tonight, but you know, old. And they were talking about these bunny ranches, and they were talking about how before and after each customer, they wash, they clean, they do tests weekly. They trying to get like the information of the clientele and this other stuff. So they make all clients use protection and all this other stuff. And like I was like, okay, cool, just do that, just put it everywhere. And like I understand there are the people who was like, oh, I don't want that in my town, I don't want this other stuff. I was thinking the children, because like fucking little Timmy, 6-year-old is gonna say, no, I don't want to play Fortnite, let's go to the bunny ranch. Yeah, that's what 6-year-olds do. So like, I'm all for that. But I want like really get into the nitty gritty, I'm gonna get the nitty gritty of the boring logistics. Like what kind of tax work? Like what forms, what 401ks does like a escort have to file? I'm really interested in that stuff. Sarah Lou in chat. No, it's not weird at all. I agree it should be regulated and considered a real job. I feel like I've seen this bunny ranch. Was it a documentary? Yeah, it was like a documentary type show, kind of. You know, I mean, they just like went like, I don't remember the exact context of why they were talking about the bunny ranch. I was a child, so all I remember was watching the hooker in the shower. But I understand, you know, it's not, okay, it isn't safe, but like, you know, there's a whole...
The TIE fighter. Classic. Maneuverable. Flexible. Can't take much direct fire, but that's no problem.
I don't care, just let me play it. Let me shoot the dudes. Sarah Lou, yeah, I think I've seen this before a long ass time ago. Oh dude, I love, whatever, it's fine. Penn and Teller bullshit. One of my favorite clips of theirs was how people are stupid and they just believe everything they hear, and like people don't like big scary words. And they went around, they're saying like, oh, we should ban, I'm gonna fuck up the wording, but it's like, we should ban hydrogen dualizing oxide, and people are like, oh yeah, that sounds scary, and that's just a fancy word to say water. And he was saying like, if you can use the right words and verbiage and whatever, people will, their natural instinct is like, oh, I don't know what that is, that's scary, we shouldn't support it or do this and that. But, you know, people's first instinct is like, oh, I don't like this thing, thus it must be bad.
Imperial fighters, divert course and leave this system immediately, or you will be destroyed.
How trite.
Remember, we must be swift and precise. They'll scramble fighters quickly.
No doubt they'll reinforce from the surface as well as the station.
Rebels arrive. Don't leave.
Sounds like a good strategy to me.
Titan, approach and eliminate the outpost's outer defenses.
Okay, destroy, weave left and right as you forward towards... See, this doesn't really feel like I'm weaving left and right, this feels like I'm spinning in place. Sarah Lou, I wish people's first instinct was to research something and come up with educated opinions. Yeah, that is something I personally hate, is something I get a lot of slack for is, I will often say like, you know, oh, I don't know how I feel about this, let me look into it. And it's like, no, you gotta comment now, like, here on the spot, how you feel. I'm like, well, I don't know how to feel, I need to look into this more, I need to better understand the situation. And they're like, no, this gut reaction, go. And I'm like, I've never been one to just to necessarily like act like that.
Missile defense systems activated.
Because even I gave myself a Charlie horse and my foot, it hurts like a bitch.
Don't take their cannons head on unless you have a death wish.
Lost it.
There. What is it? Because even, what was that? Prime example now is, to somewhat modernize it. Previous episode. What is it? There's a rumor of fact that we'll even go further. There's a rumor right now floating around that, you know, they're doing... they're doing a new jet space. Or this and that.
That's what I like to see.
There we go. And I always take these rumors as, you know, as rumors. Like, okay, this is interesting. If true, let me, you know, the one thing I've always argued, is, what was it, the upcoming Spider-Man Far From Home. What was it? I think, I believe... I think it's confirmed that Doctor Strange is in. Yeah, no, yes. Yeah, it's one of those things. You know, we know Doctor Strange is in it in some capacity. We don't know how. We just know he's in it. And the whole rumor is the multiverse thing and this and that and whatever. And that's fine. It's cool. But I've always been the type I'm like, okay, but we don't like know these things. People are freaking out about stuff that hasn't been confirmed. And I do think a lot of people would like to just like kind of feel in the moment more so than kind of think long term. It's like, oh well, this right now upsets me, but like, you know, 2 years from now I'm not going to care or whatever. I'm going to forget next week or a day from now. But like, oh, in this moment I'm pissed, and that's how everyone should feel about this specific moment. And I'm like, no, I'm always much prefer to sit, reflect, see how I feel about something, and then respond, as opposed to do it in the moment. But whatevs, you know, you do you, boss.
Changing formation.
Ooh, do I got a shield? Nope, still out of range. Okay, just chillax, I guess. Okay, there we go.
Keep it up.
Our path is clear. Advance on the outpost. That's how it's done, Titan. What? They breached our missile defenses. Scramble fighters, take down those ties.
There we go. I'm kind of figuring out this game after like 4 hours. I'm finally getting it. Again, to actually talk about this game, I think this is one of those perfect plus games because I'm like, okay, cool. This is really cool. This is really fun. I probably would have never played this on my own.
Watch your backs.
I'm glad I get to, you know, try it out and whatever. Emergency power conversion. Unshielded ships like TIE fighters feature an emergency power converter, which allows the pilot to instantly convert all power from one system to the other. You can temporarily drain your engines for a surge of power to your primary weapons, or drain your weapons to charge your booster. Okay, that's the thing I did. There we go.
I'm on your wing.
Titan 3 is on their shield generator. Keep it up.
Scuffed my hull.
I'm literally... Why is this thing not dying? What's going on here?
I think that hurt.
You're being hunted. That's a hit.
I'm firing at the large thing, aren't I? Cool. No shields, no weapons. Yeah, this is super gooch. This is gooch-tacular.
I'm here. Let's go.
Turbo laser cannon. Ooh, that sounds dope as fuck.
I'm seeing a rebel transport ship fleeing the outpost. That's a high-value target, and we won't let it escape. Eliminate the rebel transport.
Destroy the Republic thing. Okay. Oh, and I blew up again. Alright, we're talking about that.
Focus fire on the outpost's turbo lasers.
I'll just do the P shake. Shake a leg.
The transports. Get the cargo out of here.
I'm seeing a rebel transport ship fleeing the outpost. That's a high-value target, and we won't let it escape. Eliminate the rebel transport.
How do I...
Lost it.
Rebel ship destroyed.
There we go. Yeah! Kill the innocents! Yeah! How dare they flee for their lives?
No! Our ships are gone. Well done, Titan 3. Got them all. I'm hit!
Information ready. Watch out!
Oh, I do. There we go. There we go. Everything's speaking.
This side's clear. Attack what remains.
You picked up a tail. Taking damage.
God damn. Okay, we're yeah, we're not in a good shape here. We're just gonna, where the? This is why the rebels are beating us, because we can't get shit done. Keep pressing the wrong button.
Outpost defenses are critically low. Keep it up.
Clear here. Finish off the rest.
God, how many of these things are there?
Check rear proximity.
I'm here. Let's go. The outpost is
There we go.
defenseless.
Titan, this is Shuttle Gladius, inbound for extraction. We read you, Gladius. Titan will rendezvous at these coordinates. Thin the herd if you have to.
Destroy the fighters before reaching the Gladius. Okay, I can do that. Still recharging. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's just get at it. Let's do it to it. Oh god. I'm on your wing.
Fighter is damaged.
Where the heck are they?
That's his way.
God, how are they so fast? Oh, I'm not moving. Like those slippery devils, they've got it away from me. That TIE Destroyer is supposed to be fast.
Watch out, enemies pursuing.
Come on, come on, come on.
Position.
Come to the evil daddy.
Thank me later.
I owe you nothing.
I'm here. Let's go.
One more kill.
Okay.
You won't stop me.
God, I keep doing the wrong. Hold on, let me see something. Okay, I thought I thought the square like just does this side buttons, but it does not. Whatever. I just on top of it? What the hell's going on? Oh. Get back here, you little tricky bugger. There we go. There we go. Yeah, fuck them rebel scum.
Good riddance, rebel scum.
Oh, what are we doing for time? What are we doing for time? Unfortunately, I think that might have to be it because. Oh, chicka chicka wow, yeah. Here we go. Actually, we'll go a little bit. Although I might take a quick pee break while this stupid mission does its thing.
Closing in on you, Titan Squadron. We'll keep you safe, Gladius. Let's get you to the outpost's landing platform. Affirmative, Squadron Leader.
Where the fuck is it?
We'll be gone before the rebel fleet even knows we were here.
On your wing.
Watch over
Oh,
that
double.
target.
I was holding. Oh, that's why I'm so stupid. Okay.
Heads up, Squadron. Enemy A-wings are deploying from the station.
Don't let them intercept our shuttle.
They're attacking our shuttle.
I'm in formation.
Nice shot.
Champagne, coffee,
Starfighters incoming.
Thinking free.
Don't let them attack the shuttle. We're with you.
You little sneaky boy, you thought you could sneak up on me? How dare you?
The shuttle is under attack.
That's the last of the
The shuttle's
starfighters.
fine. See, look, we're good. Oh, I'm just sitting. They really need a better way because I just sit in the space waiting for shit to happen half the time. Champagne, coffee, Okay, here we go. Like, I know this sounds really dumb. I do believe this launched at 4, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. But it's just like, okay, cool. They get stealth games. Fly around in spaceships and you shoot shit.
Another dead rip.
If that is what you were into, dope. Dopesaurus Rex. You enjoy the fuck out of it, boo-boo, but yeah. Not for me. I appreciate the team, I appreciate everything they did, but yeah, I can't see myself playing this long for it. Because there's certain games where, like, after I stream, where I'm just, like, the nature of doing the podcast, which is the unofficial PlayStation Plus podcast. The May episode is coming, shit happened. But yeah, having to play a new game each month means I can't really sink my teeth into them that I necessarily would like. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I really like this game, I would like to play it more, but like, I gotta move on, I gotta play other games. I can't spend, you know, 4 to 50 hours in the game. Yeah, I don't think this is one I would play long term. But again, it's kind of like Flight Simulator. And I think I've said this before too. It's kind of like I'm gonna fuck this up because this is a quote of someone else. Like Sting or whatever. I can't remember. There's just some use this and it's like, oh, and they were like, they're like, oh, who do you like? It's like, I don't know, Justin Timberlake. And they're like, oh, what's your favorite song? He's like, oh, I haven't actually listened to his music. I just like that he's out there existing in the ether. And like, that's how I feel about like Flight Simulator. I'm like, I could give two shits about Flight Simulator, but I love that it exists. I will, you know, I can't say never, but I don't ever see myself playing Flight Simulator in the foreseeable future. But I just love the fact that it's out there, existing, people can do it, and there's like streams of people doing the whole, you know, doing like 8-10 hour flights. They're like flying from like London to Dubai or things like that, or like, you know, they're like flying around the world. I got a lock on.
Focus fire here.
Keep it up.
Oh, I'm at him with that. I'm gonna die. Who is shooting at me?
I'm in position.
Oh. I will read your thing in half a second, Sarah Liz. Being mixed locked. Oh, shit! Oh! Oh god, I literally activated with like 5% health left. Oh god, and there's someone behind me now. Okay. Someone get this dude! Could you please? I need a resupply.
Incoming missile.
Yep, there it is. Sarah Lou, this game is boring as fuck. I feel like it would only be good with VR, but I'm also not a fan of Star Wars. Exactly. I'm just like, all right, cool. You are flying around in a spaceship, and you're blowing shit up. There's doesn't seem to be much mission variety here in terms of stuff being offered to do. I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, maybe you love being able to fly ships, do the storyline. I'm not.
Excellent work.
I've always told people I don't. I think I said this the last stream too. I don't consider myself like casual for anything. Like, oh dude, I love Marvel. Like, I'm not gonna read. God. Oh, there you go. That's a free ASMR for you. And you didn't need to see my butt. God, what is going on right now? My whole body is just exploding. Yes, like, it's one of those things, I would consider myself a fan of Marvel. Like, I'm not a hardcore fan. But, like, you know, I see most of the show and whatever, and, like, I've read a few comics, but, like, I wouldn't, like, you know, Star Wars is only the only thing that I'm kind of, I would ever say I'm a casual fan of, because, like, cool, I love the movies, and that's about it. Like, I know Fallen Order is a great game, and I'm just like, I don't really care, Star Wars. And then, like, the show, like, okay, like, it's a Bad Batch, like, oh, cool, okay, it's a story about this one specific rebel, or sorry, not rebel, excuse me, a group in the Empire, or whatever. I'm sure, you know, I know the Clone Wars does great, Rebels does great, I'm just like, I don't really need to watch this. Like, I will watch the new, movies, you know, the numbered movies. I'll watch those when they come out, opening weekend, but I don't really feel like the need to read every single book, every show, every comic, this and that. I'm just fine going like, yeah, okay, yeah, cool. And Sarah Lou, I'm not a hardcore fan of anything, but I love a lot of things. And I don't even think it necessarily needs to be, you, again, like I say, you don't have to just do everything. What is it? You know, I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. I would really say I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. I didn't play all the mobile game. Like, are you kidding me? Like, no, there's like 1,000 chapters. Like, and there's a bunch of, like, you know, I still haven't bought the newest one. Although that's basically just a rhythm game. It's like a little side thing. But I'm like, I would still consider myself a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. And same with, you know, Legend of Zelda. I am a huge Legend of Zelda fan. It's one of my favorite series. You know, I would love to get to Triforce one day. But then, like, I was thinking about it a few years, and I was like, huh, for what is one of my favorite series of all time, I've only played about half of the games in the series. I haven't played the other half, so it's like, okay, it is kind of weird to go like, oh man, I love this thing, it's fantastic. I've only done half though, but it is one of my favorites. I love Ocarina, I love Twilight Princess, love Breath of the Wild, 1, 2, Link's Awakening. I haven't played Remake, but like, no, I love these games, and just because I haven't played all of them, I still would consider myself a huge fan. Meanwhile, with Star Wars, it's like, yeah, I've seen a few episodes of Clone Wars, I've seen a few episodes of Rebels. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not gonna rush out and do it. But what I am gonna rush out and do is head to work, because unfortunately this is where we're gonna end the stream for today. So thank you guys for watching, for hopping in chat. As always, thank you to Sarah Lou, Commander Root, Community Showcase, Discord Small Streamers, and Tiny 27300. Thank you guys for hopping into chat, watching, talking, hopping in, discussion, all that other things. It means a lot. I appreciate it. Love seeing so many familiar faces pop back, do that other stuff. It means the world to me. And if you want to follow up with me when I'm not streaming, as well as get links to when the shows go live, you can follow me at Viral Vinny, Twitter, Instagram. If you want show updates, again, like stream schedules for the week, links to previous episodes, or other fun various show updates, you can follow me on Facebook, Viral Vinny Show. And again, like said, if you want to watch said previous streams, as well as exclusive Let's Plays that can only be found on the YouTube channel. Also, again, the streams are not one-to-one. They have fun little inside jokes, little edits, so like definitely go back, watch some of the streams, because there's a few things that I add in there just for the YouTube only people. If you want to watch those videos, Viral Vinny Gameplay on YouTube. But I almost ended it without doing the raid. Oh, my friend, Rebellion, hold on. Okay, good. Yeah, XR3B3LL10 and X, he's streaming Devil May Cry right now. So go give him a follow. Go tell him that Viral Vinny sent you. But until next time, I've been Viral Vinny. This has been a bonus episode of Star Wars Squadron, and I will check you... Professionalism. I will check you guys next time.
Who's your